Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I would like to show you how to export Microsoft Access database to MySQL using Open Database Connectivity or ODBC. Now, firstly, you need to go to MySQL and go to Downloads, and then you need to go for Community Edition, and then go to Connector, MySQL connectors, and then downloads connector for ODBC. So it is a standard driver for Unix, Windows, Mac OS database driver for MySQL. So now let's download for this one. For me is 64-bit MSAccess installer. Okay, no time, just start my download. Okay, wait the download to finish. Okay, mine is already finished, so click that. Do you want to run this file? Run, yes. Okay, next, accept, next, typical next, install. It will take just few seconds, yeah, to install it. Okay, the wizard is completed, so press finished. Next is to create a database in MySQL. What you have to do is make sure that your server is up and running, and you already know what's the IP address. Right, and then what you can do is go to your MySQL workbench and connect to the server. Right, my password is remote 123, enter. There's some error here. Okay, this is my database, Northwind database at server. Okay, what can I do here is to create a new database. Yeah, I can do right click here, create schema, right, and then I can name it as the one that you had done in advanced database class, which is DB, for example, the name of your projects, for example, online mall or what have you, and then your metric number, if I'm not mistaken, 1A, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then apply. Okay, apply and finish. So you have this database without any tables, without any records. Yeah, it's a blank database. Okay, so you have to remember the name of your database here. Okay, next is to once you have the database, let's open your ODBC. Okay, so I minimize that. Go to control panel, system and security, administrative tool, data sources or ODBC. Okay, right, so this is your ODBC. In ODBC you have to create data source. Yeah, what is a data source? Is actually a name that connect to database. If you go to drivers here, it lists down databases that can be connected using ODBC. For example, Access, Excel, MySQL, the one that you just install, Microsoft SQL Server, and so on. For example, if you want to connect to Oracle, for example, from using ODBC, what you have to do is go to Oracle websites and then find connectors for ODBC. Once you install, then there will be a list here, right? A list here for Oracle, right? So then for the data source, you can use you can create either a user-based data source, system, or file. User means once you create data source here, it based on user, means that only you can view it and use it. If let's say you log out from your OS and then somebody else log in using different user, then he or she cannot view and cannot use the data source that you had created, right? But instead, a system DSN is meant for system. It means that you can create a system here, and anybody can use that. And then here is the file DSN. Is for a file, means you create the DSN configuration in a file.dsn, and you can find and browse through this tab, this menu. Right, the one that I want to show you is the system DSN. Here I can create a one system DSN. For example, press add and then click MySQL ODBC like this, and then press finished, and then I can say that this data source or this connector will connect you to DB underscore online mode, for example, in server, right? Any in one words here. Okay, so the IP address would be, for example, the IP address of your server 192.168.56.101. Yours might be different. User is a remote user. The password is remote 123, and then you can press here and then find database. Sorry, it's not successful because the name of your remote user is with capital U, right? Press it again. Okay, there you go. Alright, I want to connect to my new database here, DB Online Mall, with my metric number. Right, you can press test. It's successful, means that it's okay. Press OK and OK. Right, and you can close this. Right, okay, so means that in your ODBC you have a connection to your new database. Now it's time to export. You need to find your Microsoft Access database. For example, mine is here, DB Online Mall with the metric number. Double click that. So I already opened my Microsoft Access database. So what you have to do, you can do is go to external data. You want to export. You want to export. So you go to here, more, and then click ODBC database, and then you select one table. Let's say table customer. You have to do one by one. press OK, and then go to machine data source, and then click here, DB online mall in server, right? Press OK, and then it's successful, right? So means that table customer have been exported. Let's go and see in your workbench. Maybe refresh this first. Refresh. There you go. There's one table here, table customer, and then you can press, and then you can have all your data and structure and everything exported from the access to the through the data ODBC, right? Table customer is here now, right? So what you can do next is to export the rest of the tables. Yeah, go one by one, press OK. So you don't have to redo. Yeah, you export one by one. Okay. Right, table stuff, export. Okay, so let's go to refresh back your workbench, so you will have all tables exported to the MySQL. So you are done. Yeah, you are done. So if you go back to the Microsoft Access, the one that we just did is the export. You can also do import here. If you here, there's a ODBC database menu here, and then you can go to here, and then you can import from the data source also, right? So but here is your connection to your online mall. Let's say you want to connect to you want to import your Northwind database into to Microsoft Access. You need to create a new data source, yeah, in ODBC. For example, here, create a new connection to Northwind, right? And then once it is here, then you can select, and then what you will do is to import all tables from Northwind into your database here. So it's either way. I mean, you can import and also export using ODBC data source. Yeah. Right. Then I think that's all you have for your table here. You need to make sure that all the table are good, mean in terms of the data type and so on. Yeah, the order table. Yeah, the data types. So you have to make sure it is good for your next task. Yeah. Alright, that's all for the exporting. So I see you again. Okay, Assalamualaikum.